Welcome to our video on the General Contractors naming of selected bidders on the BidCentral Online Bidding for Subcontractors, or as it's known by its acronym, BOBS. It is important to note that a requirement for naming of selected bidders on BOBS will only be required when this is the method specified in the project documents. If you are required to submit the list of bidders with your bid, then you must do that. If the project documents do not specify a method of naming the selected bidders at all, then this option may be used, or you can choose to default to the lowest compliant bidder as per the rules of procedure. To use this method of selecting bidders, use the BOBS Named Bidders icon under the Bid module. Selection of bidders can only happen up until the closing time for the general contractor's bidding. The ability to name the selected bidder will be available after the closing of BidCentral Online Bidding for Subcontractors. Once the subcontractor bidding has closed, the Name Bidders option will allow you to select your bidders up until the closing time for the general contractors. If there is more than one bid form for the BidCentral Online Bidding subcontractors, you will need to select each bid form individually and select the bidders that are applicable to that bid form. Once you have selected the bid form, this window will open to allow you to select a bidder for each subcontractor section or division that has closed online. You can select only one bidder for each section or division by making a choice as shown. These next 5 windows in this video show the options for selecting a bidder. If you have chosen to bid own forces for any section or division, as identified by you when you confirmed your intention to bid, then that option will show as a choice and as well any other bids you may have received for that subcontractor section or division. If you have received no bids for a subcontractor section or division, then you can proceed as per the rules of procedure. Where the project documents require you to name a bidder, even though you received no bids online, there is the option to do so by filling in the name as shown. If a bidder has withdrawn, it will show up on this form that they have done so. If by mistake the withdrawn bidder is selected, the rules of procedure will default to the lowest compliant bidder for that section or division of work. Once the form has been completed, it can be submitted by clicking on the Submit button. Should you try to submit without completing the form, the system will advise you and identify what subcontractors you have not chosen as shown here. Once you have completed the selection of named bidders and submitted, the system will provide you with this list showing your selections. Should you need to make changes after you've submitted, you can do so by choosing the Edit button. The system will then show the form for selection of bidders again, and you can make the necessary changes and resubmit. The list of named bidders will remain on the system in your file for this project for your future reference. However, we would recommend that you keep a copy for your records. This ends our video on general contractor naming of selected bidders on BidCentral Online Bidding for Subcontractors. See other videos for how to get a login and password and general contractor confirming their intention to bid.